Hey my sweet babies. It's your Auntie Stayl. I see you out there. I know some of y'all are sitting in the dark right now, holding your phone, trying to feel something other than this heaviness. And Auntie sees you. Auntie was you. Tonight, I'm gonna tell you a story I ain't never told completely. Not all of it. Because some parts hurt so bad, I had to bury them just to keep walking. But today I'm digging them up. Not to make you cry, but to set you free. This is the story of the lesson that broke my heart, but saved my soul. So get comfortable, baby. This is gonna take a minute, and we're gonna go all the way through together. Let me take you back to 2014. I was 24 years old. Now 24 sounds young, but let me tell you something. I had already lived about 40 years worth of trouble by then. Mama was sick. Not the kind of sick where people bring you casseroles. The kind where they stop calling because they don't know what to say. Daddy had left when I was 16. Said he needed to find himself. Found himself 3 states away with a new family. And me? I was working the front desk at a motel from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., then cleaning houses on weekends. My hands were cracked. My back ached. My heart was empty. Not sad, baby. Empty. Like a church on a Tuesday morning. See, here's what nobody tells you about being poor in spirit. You don't just want love. You need it. Like water. Like air. Like a warm blanket in December when the heat's been shut off. So when he walked in, Lord, when he walked in, it was a Tuesday. Raining. I was behind that cheap laminate counter and the bell dinged. And in walks this man tall, smelled like sandalwood and rain. Had these eyes that looked right through you but made you feel seen for the first time in years. He said, "Excuse me, miss. I think I booked a room but my phone died." His voice was low, gentle, like honey poured slow. I found his reservation. Marcus. Marcus with the nice smile and the easy laugh. And baby, I didn't know it then. But that man was about to become my greatest teacher. And my deepest wound. But we'll get to that. For the first 6 months Marcus was perfect. And that should have been my first warning. Because nothing perfect is real. He brought me coffee at work. Not Starbucks, he remembered I didn't like sweet drinks. He brought me black coffee with 1 sugar, just the way I take it. He'd text me in the middle of the day. "Thinking about you, beautiful." He held my hand in public. Introduced me to his friends. Called me his good thing. My friends? They were jealous. "Stayl, you finally got a good one," they'd say. And I believed them. Because I wanted to believe. I wanted it so bad I would have believed anything. But here's the thing about red flags when you're starving for love. They just look like flags. Little things started. Little things I ignored. One night we were at a cookout. I was laughing with his cousin Sheila. She was nice, real nice. And Marcus came over and put his hand on my lower back. His grip was tight. Not gentle like before. He whispered in my ear, "You flirting with her?" I laughed. "She's your cousin, Marcus." He didn't laugh back. That was the first time I felt it. That little cold finger running down my spine. But I pushed it away. Told myself I was being dramatic. Baby, if you take nothing else from this story, take this, that little cold feeling. That's your soul trying to warn you. Don't you ever ignore it. I stopped calling my best friend Tasha because Marcus said she was a bad influence. She told me to be careful. He said she was jealous. I stopped wearing my favorite yellow dress because Marcus said it was too loud. He liked me in gray. Neutral. Quiet. I even stopped singing in the shower. And baby, I used to sing all the time. Gospel. Old school. Even some off-key Whitney. But Marcus said my voice carried, and the neighbors might complain. So I got quiet. I got small. I got easy. And here's the part that breaks my heart to this day. I thanked him for it. I said, "Thank you for helping me be better." I said, "You're right, I talk too much." I said, "You're right, I'm too emotional." I said, "Please don't leave. I'll change." Y'all, if you have ever said, "I'll change to keep somebody from leaving," I need you to hear this. You don't change your soul to fit a rental heart. But I didn't know that then. I just knew I was terrified. Terrified of being alone again. Terrified of that empty apartment. Terrified that maybe he was right. Maybe I was too much. The cracks started showing around month 10. Marcus lost his job. Didn't tell me. I found out when his card got declined at dinner. I paid. Said it was fine. He didn't say thank you. Then he started needing money. Just a little at first. 50 here. 100 there. For bills. For a new phone. For gas money to look for work. I gave it. Every time. Because that's what love does, right? It gives. No, baby. That's what fear does. Fear gives to keep the peace. Love gives because it wants to, not because it's scared of what happens if it doesn't. One night I came home early from work. I was sick, fever, chills, the whole thing. I just wanted to crawl into bed. And I found Marcus on my couch, with another woman's earring on my coffee table. Not her. Just the earring. He said it was his sister's. His sister lived 4 hours away. I said, "Marcus, I'm not stupid." He got quiet. Then he got angry. And when he got angry, his voice went cold. Flat. Like ice on a windshield. He said, "You know what, Stayl? Maybe if you weren't so needy, I wouldn't need space." I cried. Apologized for finding another woman's earring in my own house. That was the night I lost the last piece of myself. 3 weeks later on a Tuesday, it's always a Tuesday, ain't it? Marcus left. You want to know what that note said? Holds up an invisible paper. "Stayl, I can't save you. Take care of yourself." That's it. Not "I'm sorry." Not "I loved you." Not even a lie to make it softer. Like I was a chore he finally finished. I sat on that kitchen floor for 4 hours. Didn't cry. Couldn't. I was too empty. Too hollow. I felt like a house after a fire, still standing, but nothing left inside worth keeping. I called Tasha at 2 a.m. She came over in her pajamas. Didn't say a word. Just sat on the floor with me and held my hand. And after a while she said, "Good. Now you can come back." I didn't know what she meant then. But I do now. The month after Marcus left was the hardest of my life. I didn't eat. Lost 15 pounds I didn't need to lose. Didn't sleep. Just stared at the ceiling and replayed every moment, every sign, every time I ignored my own gut. I asked myself the same questions over and over. Was I too much? Did I push him away? Could I have been smaller, quieter, easier? And one night around 3 a.m., lying on my bathroom floor because the bed felt too big, I heard something. Not a voice outside. A voice inside. And it said, "You didn't lose love, Stayl. You lost a lesson wearing love's clothes." I sat up. I looked in the mirror. Really looked. For the first time in 2 years. And you know what I saw? Not too much. Not needy. Not broken. I saw a woman who had loved so hard. She forgot to save any for herself. And that's not weakness, baby. That's a teacher who hasn't learned her own lesson yet. I didn't get better overnight. Healing ain't a light switch. It's a slow sunrise. But I started small. Called Tasha back. Apologize for disappearing. She said, "Girl, I never left. You just couldn't see me. I bought a yellow dress. Wore it to the grocery store. Nobody said a word. And I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Me. I started singing in the shower again. Off-key Whitney and all. And one day about 6 months later I was walking home from the bus stop, and I realized something. I hadn't thought about Marcus in 3 days. That's when I knew. I wasn't healed, but I was healing. And healing is just grace with dirt under its fingernails. So here's what that man taught me, and I use the word taught on purpose, because every devil is a teacher in disguise. He taught me that love does not ask you to disappear. Love makes you more visible. To yourself first. He taught me that the person who calls you too much is simply not enough. And he taught me that the only approval you need is your own. I don't hate Marcus. Pity him. He's still out there, looking for someone to fill a hole only he can fill. And he'll never find it. But me? I found me. And that's worth every tear. Every sleepless night. Every cold kitchen floor. Because the heart that breaks open grows bigger than the heart that stays closed. So if you're watching this and you're in the middle of your breaking, stay. Stay a little longer. The sun is coming. Promise you. And on the other side of that door that just closed, you're standing there. Whole. Worthy. Undiminished. And finally home. This is Auntie Stayl. Take care of your heart, baby. It's the only one you get.